Greetings, everybody. Continuing our pandemic questions series. Here's number two. I was having a great conversation with one of our students yesterday who's preparing to come into the church, and she was discussing with me some various considerations around choosing a patron saint. There's people, again, throughout our church who are hopeful that they're going to be able to enter the church during Easter week, and we probably are going to have to make some significant adaptations to that, or perhaps even reschedule or postpone those things. But nonetheless, we know those graces are approaching for our brothers and sisters who are catechumens and candidates. So, a question about the saints. Here's a thought for you. Are the saints perfect? Are the saints perfect in every way? And I think our tradition tells us something I think very interesting and hopeful. The saints we believe are holy, and that's defined in one technical context as whether they've exhibited heroic virtue, heroic charity, but heroic virtue. But are they perfect? And I think we see really evidently that apart from the Lord and the Blessed Mother, the saints are not perfect. That the saints have relatively obvious weaknesses and flaws and have made mistakes in many different ways. Some of the saints, of course, were public sinners at some phase of their journey before the Lord converted them. So I think it's important. In the saints, we see God's grace at work, and we see the saints really consistently turning away from sin. See the saints choosing God. We see the saints giving the Lord their hearts more and more fully. But we see the saints also facing the exact same kinds of struggles and challenges and weaknesses that each one of us experiences. And I think this is good news because it means as we're aware of our weaknesses, perhaps very aware of these in light of some of the current challenges, that we nonetheless have this call towards sanctity, have this call to seek the Lord, to keep responding to Him, and to trust that His grace has the power to transform us. So know my prayers for you, and trust that the Lord is calling you to sanctity, even in the midst of these current trials. God bless.